Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's time for episode 5 of Medalist. Welcome back to my channel, guys. It's time for episode 5 of Medalist, and we continue the story of Inodi. I thought the arc of this competition was basically over, but it wasn't. Well, I'm saying it is going to end um, this episode, but it could pretty much continue if it wants to. But gonna assume it ended with this episode, and hopefully the next arc is coming out in the next episode. But we'll see for sure. There is, I believe, one more episode out, so hopefully I have time this week to record it. Won't be posted this week, probably next week, but by next week I should be all caught up with the one releasing Sunday. There'll be two more episodes, but I'll be hopefully caught up next week with all these episodes for a Medalist that some I've watched. I never recorded a video, or some I just haven't seen. So, anyways, before anything, guys, if you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing. If you haven't done so, check out episode 1, 2, 3, and 4. I believe I have episode 2, 3, and 4 actually, and the first episode was a first impression video. So check those out. I would appreciate the support on that end. And if you want to continue supporting, then watch my other episode reviews that I have on another series called Zenshu. So, okay, Medalist. There's a lot of side characters, I guess, that do show up in this one, and we kind of have to be careful with these names. So hopefully I remember everyone. I'm trying to make sure that I do have all the names correct. Um, but the the uh, the first side character that shows up that we know is Middens, or she calls her Middens. That's not her real name, but essentially she it's her turn to compete. I didn't realize that she hadn't competed yet. I thought she was in the previous group, but apparently she's in the last group. So she competes. She's the number one contender of Inori, and she does horrible. And part of it is because of who her character is. She is so much focused on what she can do and not what she can do with her coach. And she learns her lesson in this episode. When she performs, she misses a jump or two here, and because of that, she is so focused on what she missed that she's not focused on what's next. So her recovery is not there, and when she stops, she cries to her coach and realizes that she was wrong, and she's like, "You were right. I need to focus on my recovery, and I didn't do that. I focused so much on what I had failed in, what I had missed." And her character develops. Like, thank God. She was not such a little bratty kid. So she ends up with Inori, and Inori and her are going to watch the next group of kids. Now, the next group of kids are more serious ice skaters. And within them, one of them shows up, one that we know, is Rio Sonidori. And Rio Sonidori is, we learned, is the son of Mr. Sonidori, who is the head of Michael Wind, um, I guess, unit, and he's also an Olympic medalist. Now, this guy, we don't know much about him. All we know is that he's an Olympic medalist. He's very popular, and he's written to be the other girls, Hikaru's coach, but he's not the coach. He's just the, I guess, the main dude of the group. So, um, Rio's there to watch her. Hikaru's going to compete. This is the female division. He's going to compete later in the male division, which I guess maybe we'll see him in the next episode. But I'm hoping we're done with this character, with this arc. But we'll see. Hikaru is up next to compete, and I want to say a fourth of the episode is just her performance. So Hikaru performs, and she does wonderful. Like, if any performance that we've seen in this series was wonderful, this one outdoes it, and it shows that she is someone to be threatened. Like her whole division is getting 70s and 60s, and she gets a 90, which means that she's above her division. Now, her actual coach, which we met in episode two, three, Jodaka, serious dude. He's in the sidelines, but he's all about like grind, grind, grind. Hikaru does notice Inori, and they kind of have a little moment at the end of her performance, but Inori wants to find her and really say, good job, like, wait for me. I'm going to get to your division as fast as possible. So she goes back and starts looking for her. She doesn't find her, but she finds Yoraka. And there's a whole funny moment where she almost falls, Yoraka falls under her to save her, I guess. And then when she's trying to revive him with like tea or whatever it is, her coach um, is there trying Tsukasa, her coach, shows up. He's like, "What are you doing?" And he slips on the tea, and he knocks out. And they're trying to wake him up. It's just a whole comedy little scene there. After that, Inori notices who he is and says, I know that you are the real coach of Hikaru. Can you give her a message for me? Because he says that she's gone. She has practice later. She's not going to be here to watch or to wait if she's going to win or not. Um, and Yoraka is like, you can tell he's like over his head. But, you know, he's like, please pass her this message. Like, I'm trying my best. I'm doing good. I'm gonna catch you very soon. And he's like, you are saying that you want to compete against Hikaru and beat her. And she's like, yeah, eventually one day. Like she's very chalant about it. He's like, okay, buddy, good luck with that. And because of that, or he's not really good luck about that. He's very rude about it. So Casa, the coach, jumps in and he's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like if she wants to do it, she can, and I will make sure that she can. So they kind of have a little battle. Like he tells her like by you saying that she can beat Tsukasa, that she can beat my girl, that means that you can beat me. And they kind of like get this like whole like you're just a Japanese division, well I'm like more well known, and it's a little awkward. But at the end of the episode, essentially Tsukasa and Inori are they're fueled with this anger against the coach to compete better. And that's kind of the nutshell of the whole episode. To be honest, it was those two performances, Middens and Inori's friends, Hikaru's performance that made the whole episode. Other than that, that's really all that happens. So we'll see what happens in episode six. I'm going to assume that Rio maybe they'll show his competition, or they'll might just continue with the story. So we'll see. For now, it's a great series. Go check it out. It is on Disney Plus and Hulu, so either or you can watch them. Thank you guys so much for watching this, and like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.